Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Criticism tonight over a proposed plan to possibly close more than a dozen schools in Detroit.
In order to make a community grow, you've got to keep the schools in that district.
The district unveiled its 20-year master plan nearly a month ago.
It included plans to spend $700 million to rebuild and repair schools, but also calls for the closure of some schools as well. Pamela Osborne is live tonight, and Pam, it's that part of the plan that's now coming under fire.
That's right. Parents, teachers, as well as community members, they all have their concerns. For starters, they want to know how the students who go to these schools that are slated for potential closure fit into the district's overall master plan. The people we spoke to said there's been not enough transparency.
It's the illusion of investment.
Teachers and parents have had enough.
We are not going to take him killing schools. He said he was going to come here and not close schools. What changed?
The outrage came from DPSCD's 20-year master plan in which several schools were slated for sale or closure.
Well, it hasn't been very positive. It's been kind of bleak. You know, they're talking about phasing it out.
Sheila Allen Frazier works at Sampson Weber. It's one of the schools on the list.
It's heartbreaking. You know, it's heartbreaking to see a school close, because when the school closed, the community dies.
That heartbreak felt right here on Seabolt.
It's just a shame.
Velma and Tony Rucker sent their kids and grandkids to the schools across the street. They've been looking at the old shuttered Biddle school building for years.
And even if they tear it down, it's still like a big gaping hole, that doesn't add anything to the community.
A lot of this is about the property and land grabs, and we're not taking it.
CMA high school teacher Nicole Conaway says what's planned is not in the best interest of students. She's organized against closures within the district before and says she's prepared to do it again if it means saving schools.
Dr. Vitti is doing no different than the emergency managers. And just like the emergency managers, he needs to go.
We did get a late response back from the district this evening. They say that the plan is not final. What's happening now is an opportunity to get some feedback from community members. But again, I should mention the people we spoke to feel like they really were not a part of this process. Either way, the next scheduled date for this to be discussed is going to be March 14th. Reporting live downtown, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, Pamela. Detroit Mayor Duggan delivering his 9th State of the City address, focusing on eliminating blight and expanding job opportunities for Detroiters. Right out of the gate, the mayor addressing what is still a gigantic eyesore in the city, the long-abandoned Packard plant. Mara McDonald live downtown with more. And Mara, the city is taking the owner of the Packard plant to court.
They sure are, Devin. The hope is that they're going to be victorious there, force the owner to raise the plant. They say they'd like to save at least part of the facade, but that something has got to give on that site.
We are in the middle of the city of Detroit in transitioning from blight to beauty.
Duggan's administration has shepherded along redevelopment of 11 commercial dinosaur eyesores over his tenure as mayor. The one outstanding piece of ruin porn still out there, the Packard plant.
And after 8 years of broken promises, I'm very confident that Chuck Ramey and our law department will finally remove the owner that's inflicted this blight on us for the last 8 years and allow us to move forward.
A lot of tonight was spent talking about blight, commercial and residential, and a new program from the Land Bank offering neighbors the opportunity to pick up vacant lots in their neighborhoods to transform them into parks, gardens, or playscapes. But the real meat was this.
I don't care if you're 25 or 45 or 65. This is a $100 million scholarship fund for you.
Money to help Detroiters learn to earn in a variety of fields under the umbrella of the Detroit at Work program. All of this courtesy of federal funds. One departure tonight in this address was a very thinly veiled swipe at former police chief James Craig.
When Chief White doesn't attack the prosecutor or the judges or the feds and everybody works together, let me show you what happened.
Duggan touting how homicides and shootings are down since Chief White took control of the department. Back here live, it's very interesting that was actually a moment in this address. In all of the mayor's addresses that I've covered so far, never has there been any sort of swipe like that. They are always all about collaboration and heaping out praise. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Really interesting. Didn't mention Craig by name, but was kind of hard to miss. All right, Mara.
All right, it's breaking news in Highland Park right now, where a man is rushed to the hospital after being shot while driving. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with a night cam.
The shooting occurring at the exit ramp from the Davison Freeway, I-75. This is Oakland Avenue in Highland Park. As I zoom in, you'll see the evidence markers indicating where the bullet casings have been located. Now, after being shot, the driver, I'm being told it's a male driver with a male passenger, they headed northbound up here. The driver in very serious condition. Now, let's switch to that camera. This is up Oakland Avenue about half a mile as we spin around. This is where the vehicle came to rest. Again, the driver in very, very critical condition. The passenger unharmed. The side of that minivan riddled with bullets. I'm being told the driver was transported down to receiving hospital, again in very, very serious condition. Back out here, this is 75 and Davison. The investigation just getting underway. Police asking if you were in this area this evening, saw anything, please give them a call or call 1-800-SPEAK-UP. That's the scene in Highland Park with a night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Tim, tonight the U.S. House announcing more help is on the way to Ukraine amid the Russian invasion. Lawmakers voted to rush $13.6 billion to Ukraine and allies as part of a bipartisan bill financing federal agencies. Meanwhile, the Pentagon says it would oppose any plan for NATO nations to provide fighter jets to Ukraine, referring to that as high risk. Meanwhile, fighting escalates in Ukraine with Russian airstrikes targeting 3 hospitals in Ukraine, including a maternity hospital in Mariupol. 17 people were hurt and children, we're told, remain trapped in the rubble. Ukrainian President Zelensky calls that an atrocity.
Children's hospital? Maternity ward? Why were they a threat to Russian Federation? What kind of country is Russian Federation that is afraid of hospitals, afraid of maternity wards and destroys them?
President Zelensky says about 350,000 civilians have used humanitarian corridors just today, in fact, to flee the fighting.
Republican state lawmakers passing a House bill today that would put a 6-month pause on Michigan's gas tax. It comes as Michigan drivers are paying an average of $4.24 per gallon. That's about a cent less than the national average. The bill now heads to the Senate and is expected to be passed next week, sending the proposal to Governor Gretchen Whitmer. If she approves it, drivers would save 27 cents per gallon. While the governor's office has not weighed in on the legislation yet, here's what she had to say earlier about suspending the federal gas tax of 18 cents per gallon.
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm grateful that Senator Stabenow, Congressman Kildee, Congresswoman Slotkin have been really working this. And this would be a relief not just for Michiganders, but for all Americans that are grappling with the high cost of fuel. But I also think it's a lesson in why we can't rely on foreign nations for our energy to meet our energy needs.
And we want to know how gasoline prices are affecting your daily life. We've posted a survey for WDIV insiders so you can share your stories. It only takes a minute or two. You have to be a WDIV insider, though, to take it. And you can find a link to sign up right on our homepage.
Tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary of the first COVID cases being announced in Michigan. As we hit that 2-year mark, the state today reporting a 2-day total of 1,739 new cases, breaking down to an average of 869 cases a day. Hospitalizations across the state have also been on the decline now for 7 straight weeks. And with cases on the decline, the University of Michigan dropping its mask mandate in indoor spaces like residence halls, but they are still going to be required in classrooms for the time being.
Opening statements now underway in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Prosecutors presented recordings of the 4 men on trial discussing their plan to kidnap the governor over her COVID policies back in 2020. They say the group wanted to hogtie the governor and spark another civil war. But defense attorneys say there was no agreement on the plot and the men were all talk. Testimony continues tomorrow in Grand Rapids. The trial is expected to last about 6 weeks. An update to a story we brought you last night. An 8th grader will be allowed to return to school after getting in trouble for her hairstyle.
This is the haircut that got Elsa kicked out of a St. Paul Catholic Church in Grosse Pointe Farms. Her mother was told the 4 braids violated the private school's dress code. Family met with school leaders this morning, and Elsa will be allowed to come back to school.
Still to come, a teenage girl says she was forced to wear a canine shock collar around her neck.
Says, help me, help me, help me. They're shocking me.
Disturbing allegations and how a neighbor got her help coming up.
We were supposed to be only 1 month away from opening day at Comerica Park. Bernie's ahead in sports with why we'll be waiting at least 10 days longer. But first, here's Paul.
Well, I'll tell you what, the cold air behind today's cold front will manifest itself in a cold morning bus stop for the kids, 23 degrees, but we do get up to 40 in the afternoon. We have a lot to talk about. We have accumulating snow possible on Friday, a bitter cold Saturday, but then a quick turnaround Sunday, and then next week, near 60 degrees. All of that straight ahead.
All right, Paul, but first, an arsonist sets a home on fire in Metro Detroit. Where he was spotted, you'll see the video next.
As a kid, I got to know Detroit when we would come here for Tigers games.